Movieguy, and welcome to themovieguy.com. The movie Poseidon opens up on Friday, and if you got an IMAX theater in your area, make sure you see it there first. It's incredible. I got a chance to sit down and talk with one of the stars, Kurt Russell. Keep watching because we have an unexpected visitor pop in.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And Chuck, you're rolling.
I have decided that I just want to follow you around all day because I know if disaster breaks out, you're going to save the day. So if you see me lurking in the elevators
You know
and
where
so
to
forth,
go.
I mean, my God, it's just like the greatest freaking movie here. I mean, and you're always the man in these movies, and and it's just there's a couple of things in here, especially like I get so swept up in these movies. We talked before, and I tell you how much I get involved in this movie. Like I'm crying when you're coming out of the smoke and you see your daughter for the first time, and these movies really affect me as we get here. But one of the things is like there's a great moment in here when you crawl out from dead bodies.
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
scene.
yeah.
I mean, were those like actors, or what was going on there? Was that just?
Those two people were real people. There's so many great dummies in this movie. The dummies in this movie are ultra realistic. I mean, we never could tell the difference between real people and the dummies. And oftentimes we'd walk around there and you'd kind of look at somebody and then, oh, that's a dummy, and then they'd wink at you or something, and it was very strange. But it did make you not step on people. You know what I mean?
Really?
You didn't take those bodies for granted ever because you never knew who was who. But those two were people playing dead.
Okay, all right, that was awesome. I'm just thinking,
It
that
is
would
a
be
great.
weird. I
It
mean,
is a
you're
great.
telling me
It
that.
is a great. Weird. It was
I
weird.
know. I
wasn't
mean,
it?
it's just like, I mean, out of everything
Yeah,
I've seen you
yeah.
do in all your career, I've never seen you come out from a pile of bodies.
Rise from the ashes.
Right. And I guess it wasn't too hard though to play an overprotective dad, though, was it? I mean,
I'm not an overprotective dad, but I've seen that a lot, and the character was written that way. What I like about this movie, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, is that you learn very little about these people, and by doing that, you get thrown in the boat in the same thing. Because if this happens, the person that you were across the room from that you've never met, you're not gonna, and you happen to be the only 6 that are on this trip out, or these 8 people. You're not going to take the time to say, "Hi, Bob Smith. I'm a school teacher from Cleveland."
Right.
And you are, oh my, last night. You're not. The water's rising. You got to get out, and just to survive this is all it's about. And you learn about who these people, who's this person? Like, can I trust this person, or are they going to fall down on me here, or what?
But yet, as you say that, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when you're in a shaft, and your character is talking to your daughter's fiance. And it's just kind of like, and you're thinking on so many different levels. It's just like, hey, you have a little reunion here?
Hi.
Sit on this lap.
Sit right here.
Tell us a story.
Sit down.
Tell
sit down.
me a story
Sit
about
down.
Richard Dreyfuss.
This is you learn about these things. This is one of my favorite things about this movie. Guys.
Okay.
Forever and ever and ever, we've been in this business and we've never worked together.
Okay.
So this is my first chance to work with Richard. It's a total blast. Great time.
Richard,
you can
now-
see that he's a lot of fun. And
Would-
a complete
Would you
moron.
work with him again? Would you ever work with him
Oh,
again?
don't move!
He and I are reading politics together. We're going out on the road.
So you're...
You get to, we were just saying, you get to learn a little bit about Richard.
a little too much about Richard, I guess. I don't want to know what happened when the camera wasn't rolling.
He's still into the whole gay thing, and we can't get him back. Sort of like Dustin Hoffman when he did Rain Man. Remember for about 17 years?
It's true, but I don't have to be. It's a choice. It's a lifestyle choice.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
he's decided to go
so
with
any
it.
outtakes were you spending a lot of time in the hot tub with Richard?
No, I didn't.
No.
And you won't play the poker thing.
And I'll do a poker thing. He wants me to do a poker game with him. He wants to. He's real fun to work with because you know what? He's one of those guys that kind of says, "Now, what would happen here if I did this, or do you think this would happen here?" He's not afraid to kind of break it down and say, "Well."
He's gone now. You can say whatever you really want to say about him now.
He's actually a really good guy.
Another favorite scene of mine is there's always a Kurt Russell moment in a movie, and it's the character's talking to the captain. He's like, "If you think for 1 second you can stop me," and I'm like, I'm there with you, buddy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think in that situation that was very true. It's like, and he doesn't do it in an overbearing fashion. It's just that that's ridiculous to say that this is going to I'm going to go find her. Thanks for the help.
Exactly.
I mean, that's about all that's worth.
Oh,
you know what I
we
mean?
were briefly want to get back to the scene with in the shafts and so forth. I mean, what are you really in a shaft?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
It's pretty uncomfortable. The problem for me at that time was that's when I was full-blown pneumonia at that time. So breathing and moving up that thing was just difficult to do. What they did was they closed it down on you with the camera inside. And yeah, once it got closed off, you're in this little tiny area for, you know, however long you're going to be in there for, and sometimes it was a long time. For those people who are slightly or a little bit claustrophobic, it was very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Very hard. I mean, it was not, you know, and it plays out for such a long period of time.
Yeah. Now, this is an absolute intense movie to watch. Phenomenal.
Thank you.
You know, all my life I've heard stories of the walk-in. You know, somebody else walking in the movie, and it's like, what would I do? And, you know. Make sure you keep coming back to themovieguy.com for movie reviews, previews, celebrity interviews, and more.